Good afternoon. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful Sunday. So I was going to do a quick video of some recent additions to our Stand Tall sneakers inventory. And we're going to start with this one here. So this is a Jordan 1 Retro Laney, the reverse Laney actually. Love this shoe. And this one is one that we're retailing. And I love it a lot. One of my favorite Jordan 1s in a while. Let's move on to number 2. What are your thoughts on this Jordan 1 reverse Laney? It is extremely rare that I get a Converse shoe, but this is a Converse 1-star limited edition premium 8-ball. Looks pretty good. This one's a retailable shoe as well. The first Converse that I've invested in a very, very long time. Thoughts on that one? Next one is a Somos Familia We Are Family Nike Dunk High. This is the second time I think I've ever taken these out of the box. Retailing these as well. Love these a lot. I've thought about wearing them on multiple occasions. The nice nubuck suede finish and that Somos Familia kind of allure to it. It's so nice. Like that one a lot. Thoughts on that one? Next one is Space Jam 1 Mid. I haven't put the laces on these yet. These are a really nice shoe. I always like the Gamma 11s and a lot of the Space Jam type colorways. I like this one a lot, but Space Jam 1 Mid with that kind of fox leather shiny appeal to it. Thoughts on that with the icy bottoms? Alright, this was the pick of the year. At least so far. These are the NOLA, in other words, New Orleans, Louisiana Air Force Ones. So got really lucky to get these. Super, super nice shoes. The gold touches, hot shoe. Got these to resale. Again, they're at Stand Tall Sneakers and More on eBay and on Kixify. But these are hot right here. So look out for these. Thoughts on these? Love the little kind of diamond sparkle swoosh with the gold trim. Love that. Thoughts? Loving the next edition, the Varsity Red Jordan 3 Retro, and I put cement laces in it from Lace Lab. The original laces are white, but really loving the colorway here. I've worn these, I think, twice. Retailing these, but, you know, I want to keep them from time to time. I really love the shoe a lot. I'm a more of a 4, 5, 6 guy, 4, 5s especially. But really loving these threes. Thoughts on these? What do you think about the cement laces? Nice. Super nice ad here. LeBron 20s ASWs All-Star Weekends with the reverse swooshes. Some people like to call those Travis Scott swooshes. Really nice shoe. Never worn it. It is currently out on our Stand Tall Sneakers and More page on eBay and as well on Kixify. These are super, super nice. Thoughts on these? I might even rock these, but currently right now, curious about thoughts on these. Next up, Dunk on Mars 5s. Now this is this absolute plush nubuck suede, kind of that furry finish. Icy bottoms. Dunk on Mars 5s. Love these a lot with the really nice lace locks that are always inherent on the 5s. Love this shoe a lot. Never wore it. But one of my current favorite shoes that I have in my kind of repertoire of maybe to wear and maybe not. And again, out there on our Stand Tall Sneakers page. But these are hot. Now, I had these out last week, Craft 4s. So I had these out just for a moment on the last video. But I was lucky enough to get a second pair in a different size. So very lucky to have these. I'm a big time 4 fan, so it's nice to have a couple pairs in the lineup. But loving that, give you that 360 degree. Very nice shoe. Suede nubuck leather with the craft patches and the gold embroidery. Love it. Next up, PG6s. I'm curious what you guys think about these Paul George Hot Wheels 6s. I couldn't resist it. You know, I got 5 kids and 3 of them boys. And how many years did I raise them on Hot Wheels and basketball? I saw the PG6s Hot Wheels and had to get them. So thoughts on these? Brand new in the box, never worn. But I think they're righteous. What do you think about these PG6s? Thoughts? The Jordan Retro Taxi 12. I always loved the taxi colorways, that kind of taxi cab type setup. I've got some 1s this way. I've got some 8s this way. I have, I think, some 4s this way, but love the colorway. Taxi 12s, a clean shoe, always a classic. Thoughts on these 12s? Never worn them. Thinking about it though, I've almost pulled them out once or twice, and I'm like, no, I'll just keep them. But thoughts on the Taxi 12s? Always the clean silhouette lines. Love them a lot. Thoughts on the 12s? So another ad on the LeBron line. These are the LeBron NXXTs. So these came out ASW All-Star Weekend time frame. Had to get them with that WTF, what the bleep kind of colorway, the switchback. Got these, got 2 pair of them. I already got rid of 1 pair of them. Thinking about keeping them, but love the colorway. Clean lines. They really kind of pop out. So if you're going out and you want some attention, bam, throw those on, and that you shall get. But a really nice shoe. I haven't heard a lot of talk about them, but I thought they were really, really spot on. The NXXTs. Thoughts? LeBron 20 NXXTs. Next shoe up, the Somos Familia Trainer. So I popped the stock laces, where there's the same color as the shoe, and popped these Dunk high laces I had from another pair in them, and kind of popped them off a little bit. But the Somos Familia trainers, I don't get into trainers too terribly much. I used to rock them in middle school back in the 80s, but I saw these and I had a pair of Somos Familia Dunk highs, and I said, man, I got to complete the sequence here. So I got them. I thought they're a really clean shoe, kind of fun, kind of pop out, weren't too expensive, and these I wear. So thoughts on these Somos Familia trainers? Next up, the Trae Young Adidas 1. Not a big fan of Adidas usually. The midsole, kind of this mid area where these 3 stripes are, that kind of that thick blue. They're always kind of gaudy, kind of thick on an Adidas shoe, even on their tennis shoes. We're tennis coaches. And so even on the Adidas tennis shoes, the midsole is kind of thick, but I thought these kind of popped out, and I said, you know what? Why not? Trae Young's a fine player. Not too far from here in the ATL. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get these Trae Young 1s. So thoughts on these, honestly? Would you rock them? Do you think they're a decent looking shoe? I thought so. And I'm wearing these just as something to, kick around in. But I'm liking them. Thoughts? Next up, the Uno Air Force 1. Got the lace locks on them with the gold laces. The other shoe is exactly this, but switch back. But you see the Uno? You remember the game when you were young, Uno? So nice shoe right here. I'm not a huge AF1 Air Force 1 fan. But nonetheless, my wife Carla is, and she wanted these bad. I may have pulled these out once or twice before, but they were in the rotation pulling them out. So just a refresher on the AF1 Air Force 1 Uno. Since we're on the Air Force 1 kick, this is a pair of custom Air Force 1s I had made with the 5K. Our tennis business is 5K tennis, so there's the 5K on the back. I've worn these a few times. I wanted to kind of have that SB, that skater appeal. I'm a longtime surfer, skateboarder, snowboarder, so I really like that kind of chill skate look. So that's what I went for, and I think Nike did a great job of putting that together. Thoughts on that? So we'll keep all things SB. This is a pair of my wife Carla's shoes. So this is a really quite rare pair of Nike Dunk SB lows. With the kind of zombie patches. I think it was a Halloween release. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyway, this was a pair of shoes when I saw. I knew she had to have them. But love the shoes, and I love the whole SB Dunk Low, the PRM line for sure. Thoughts? Next shoe up, the Playoff 13. These just came out, I think, last week. I got them last week with the bread colorway. That is the black red with the white touches on the midsole. Love these, the Jordan Playoff 13. I've seen a lot of these around town here recently. Everybody's rocking them. For me, I'm going to keep these fresh and clean. I haven't decided retail or where, but one of the best Jordans of all time, at least the colorway bread, in my opinion. What do you think, Sub-Zero? What do you think, buddy? You like the bread 13s? Katana, do you like the bread 13s, girl? We like the bread 13s. All right, this is a holy grail type shoe. This is the Weatherman Foamposite. I got this dead stock when it first came out. Still got the original tag on it. I have worn these once or twice. I am retailing them. And by the way, I just got a pair of those Dornbecker Foamposites that just came out on the sneakers app. Got a pair of those. They'll be here in the next couple days, so I can't wait for that. But one of the best shoes of all time is this one. The Foamposite in general, but the Foamposite Weatherman, ridiculous. Thoughts on those bad boys? Ice, ice, baby. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so this shoe I like a lot. I'm not a huge KD fan as a player. I mean, he's a great player, you know, one of the GOATs for sure. I just don't like the fact he bounces around all the time. But anyway, that's just me. Great player. But I love these shoes, the KDs, and these are the Brooklyn courts, or some people will say the Brooklyn graffiti courts. But love these. They got a lot of feel to them. They're kind of loud. They're kind of fun. So I had to go ahead and get them and add them to the collection. But the KDs, Brooklyns, what do you think? Liking them? Next up, the Ambush collab with AF1, Air Force One. Loving these, kind of that Blue Angels colorway with that gold and that bright blue with the extended swooshes that come off the end, kind of like the LeBron 20s have been doing. Really nice low profile shoe, really stealthy. Loving these a lot. Loving them. So what I got is I've got about 10 or 15 more shoes I'm going to show on the next video. That I've already got, but I'll save you guys the time. What shoes do you like the best on these releases from Stand Tall? What's your best shoes that you've seen so far? And again, stay up for the next video. I'll do it in the next few days and show you the other maybe 12 or 15 that we added. But I'm loving all of them. So I'll get to showing. I showed you these on top, but I haven't showed you any of these yet. And I think most of you know the collection by now. So we'll definitely keep you posted. But I still have all of those to show you, and I'll show you those next time. So peace out, much love. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you soon for the next kind of sneaker release. All right? Peace.